Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. It's your guy, Cliff London, Mr. Uncensored himself. First of all, before I get started here, sorry that I haven't been doing content for you guys, but I am back. It's just that I have a 3 month old and I am on leave and my wife is working, so it's really hard to find time to get a video going, especially since I am navigating my way through fatherhood and I only have uh, you know, uh, a few months or a few weeks left on leave. Anyway, uh, but I believe that I have come up with a schedule that will suffice, so we will see in the coming weeks. But what I want to talk about today is, what I noticed with this cancel culture and this wussified ass uh, group of folk out there as far as cancel culture goes. What brings me to my noticing of things today is I was watching a broadcast and it was acting like it was big news that Sesame Street was going to have a couple of uh, black characters. And they showed a little snippet of a scene and it had the little red one. The red's not Grover. I forget who the red one is, but basically it's the red one is Red Grover. And he's asking the two Black Sesame Street Muppets, like, what makes you different from me? And then the father is about to the Black Father Muppet is about to tell Red Grover, Elmo is Red is about to tell Elmo why, and then the little black kid Muppet, Sesame Street Muppet goes, ooh, I know, I could tell him, it's because we have melanin in our skin. And then Elmo goes, melanin? And I'm watching this and I'm going, okay, it's not that it was a bad thing or to have those characters on there. That's not what I'm saying. I also don't think it's some sort of landmark or breakthrough because the whole point, correct me if I'm wrong, please, in the comments, or if your philosophy is different. But as far as Sesame Street goes, and I can't believe that I'm at my age talking about Sesame Street, but just bear with me here because I'm getting to it. The whole point of Sesame Street, the reason why they were orange, okay? Bert and Ernie are variations of orange. Kermit is green. I don't know if Kermit was Sesame Street or Muppets, but you get the idea. Your kids are supposed to watch that shit and not think about that stuff. It's teaching different values, togetherness, uh, true equality. I don't know, friendship without all the shit that grown-ups cloud the world with. They have plenty of time for that. They're supposed to stay kids. But my thing with this is that really got to me after I thought about it was they're kind of doing the opposite of what they think they're doing. Because all these weirdo leftists like to turn their nose up and say, well, with everything that's happening in the world today, well, post-Trump's America. But really, what we should be focusing on, as opposed to our differences, is we should be focusing on what makes us the same. I remember some episodes of Sesame Street when I was a kid, and though it wasn't necessarily talking about black and white, you might have Big Bird and Elmo or Oscar the Grouch and them figuring out problems and having differences of opinion, and kids learning a lesson through that. But nowadays, these lunatic leftists basically teach that the only way that you can relate to someone is if they're the same race as you on screen. And that is completely backwards and completely ludicrous. So you have to make Spider-Man black because, you're going to kill two birds with one stone, black and Hispanic. And now I'm supposed to be like, oh, now maybe I can go out in the world and make something of myself because they had a black Spider-Man finally. Or that kids are gonna see that and finally think, yeah, if you're teaching your child that they can't be a pioneer, that they can't be an individual, and that they can't do something first. Debbie Thomas was the first black female Olympic figure skater, I believe. Debbie Thomas. And I remember there was an interview where they asked her. I had to rewatch it actually. I didn't just, but I remember an interview when I was younger of them asking her, "Hey, how does it feel being the first black female figure skater to win gold?" And she says, "I wasn't raised to think that I had to see someone else black do something before I thought I could do it." And that was back then. And part of this way of thinking right now is because basically, and I blame people my age, our generation, because we raised a bunch of whiny little wimps, basically. And I'm kind of glad I waited a little later to get into the fatherhood game, or else I might have a loony ass leftist feeling sorry for himself on my hands, right? A young adult on my hands right now. But I became enlightened. Anyway, but right, you guys got to tell me what you think in the comments section. It is backwards, right? Their philosophy on Sesame Street. Not that they had those characters, but their reasoning and the way that they are pitching it. They're really having people focus on how different we are, when what that shit should be is focusing on how much alike we are. Because you could have differences. Differences could come from your economics. Differences could come from past family health, family choices. Maybe you could have a history of alcoholism. Maybe you were raised a Mormon. Maybe you come from a family. Differences are going to exist way outside of skin color. What brings people together is what we have in common. That's what brings people together. And I truly believe, and it's going to sound like conspiracy theory, but I truly believe it's these politicians that it's in their favor for us not to get along. It's in their favor for people to see differences. That's why I think the term celebrate diversity is so stupid. And you only get these woke bullshit armchair fucking pro-black activists that are into this shit. They love this shit because it keeps them employed. Hell, I probably got more in common with the white dude that goes to work every day and is upper middle class than I do fucking some dumbass like I can't even remember this kid's name. I can't remember his name, but 2 times I've caught, he's caught himself with egg on his face, and he doesn't have the balls to go back and correct himself. His name's not worth remembering, actually, so I'm glad I don't know it. If I do know it, I'll say it in the future. But anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments section. Is Sesame Street's 2 new characters a virtue signal gone wrong? Do you think they have good intentions? Or is it just another dumbass fucking backwards ass move by the fucking wussy ass generation motherfuckers that aren't qualified to be writing for anything? Me, myself, I think it's a swing and a miss, and I think the philosophy is in the wrong place. Because it would be so stupid. And just think about this, and I'll say this. Okay, so 15, 20 years from now, those same white kids growing up watching Red Elmo go, melanin? Well, they could be in one of these woke circles and go, well, I understand that you have melanin in your skin. And there's going to be somebody that gets offended by that and be like, what did you know about melanin? And get all in their shit, right? But it's probably some black folks pitching this shit right now. So nothing's ever going to be good enough for these people. And that's why you should never apologize to the mob. Ever, ever, ever. Even if you're wrong, when it comes to them, I would just let it be. Because you cannot apologize, because they'll just treat you worse. So fuck them. Anyway, that's all I got to say tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, there is no fate but what we make for ourselves. Let me know what you think in the comments section. If you liked the video today, please rate it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. I don't care if they don't like what I have to say, because it's the truth. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I'm Cliff London. Have a good night, everybody.